Halloween.
1978.
John Carpenter. I think we're caught up now.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
All right. So
do you want
me to kick it off?
Do you want me to start? Like, how do you want?
I don't know. I mean, it's my favorite horror movie of all time. I've discussed that in the past.
I can see why.
To me, it's a masterpiece.
Okay, so
it's the setting, it's the atmosphere, it's the music, it's the acting. Because out of these four, easily the strongest acting that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, I would say easily the strongest acting. For a close second, though, I'm going to give it to Child's Play. Yeah. Because that kid was unreal.
Child's Play, I think, had easily the biggest budget of the four, too.
That kid was so good.
He's a good kid.
That I was like, man, I hope he didn't have, like, fucking issues later on.
He probably did.
You know?
He might not even be alive anymore.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, so, like I said, I never watched this before. One thing that I actually got a kick out of, and I just noticed this today, all four of the movies that we watched had an epilogue.
Yeah.
All four of them.
Yeah.
Had one quick scene at the beginning that set the table, and then that was it. And I thought that was kind of interesting, which is another reason why, like, if you watch Halloween and Friday the 13th, like, back-to-back like I did, you're just kind of like, does every movie do this?
You see the similarities. Definitely. I mean, they go first person pretty much for, 80% of Friday the 13th? And that's the whole opening sequence of Halloween.
Which is
amazing. Because you imagine watching that for the first time in 78, thinking you're watching this killer, and then you find out it's a kid.
That tripped me right the fuck out, actually.
Mind blowing.
Because when you go in, at first I was like, oh, that's really cool, fluid camera shot. And then immediately pans to the right, I was like, oh, okay. Alright, so this is Michael Myers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you follow him, he's like checking out his sister, getting felt up by her boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? No big deal. But then, like, when it goes up to the room where she's naked, or topless or whatever, and I was just like, oh god, they're gonna first person him killing her? So we have to essentially watch, like, we gotta be the ones to kill her? I was like, oh, I don't like this. This is, like, it was like, oh, that's horrible. Yeah. That is horrible. It was horrifying, actually. It was horrifying. So then when he kills her, and they do that wicked shot where he's just leaving the house, and then just as his dad takes the mask off, switches the view, I was like, holy shit, that was crazy. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. I hope, but like, again, you get to Friday the 13th and you're just like, yeah, okay, I get it, first person stuff. But with Friday the 13th, I understood why they did it so much. Because they were trying to do a whodunit thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They were trying to do a whodunit. This one here, they were like, no, Michael did it.
Michael did it.
And he's going to do it again. You know?
It's pure evil. No rhyme, no reason, just evil.
Yeah, there were some weird parts, though. Like, I remember, like, when Loomis is driving back to the psych ward.
Okay, with the nurse?
With the nurse.
Whatever, yeah.
And, like, just out of the blue, they're coming up and people are in the fields.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck kind of place are you running that they're just like it's pitch black at night.
Yeah. He's
security is so lax.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, they're out. And then, of course, like, Michael is one that gets out.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. That was nuts. And I was actually, like, I was kind of disappointed that you didn't really get to see his face ever after you saw him as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, I don't know, it would have been kind of interesting to see. But then, did they do that with Rob Zombie's version, where they showed his face?
Yeah, but he had long hair, so his hair was always kind of covering and stuff. And Tyler Mane played him, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
But they do show his face once at the end here, where he takes off his mask.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
And actually, the guy, it's Tony Moran, which pulls the mask up. He's a different actor from the guy that plays Mike Myers the whole movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
That was Nick Castle, and they credit him as the Shape.
Ah.
Yes. So very clever, very clever. Nick Castle is actually the one that came back for last year's Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You might have told me that, and I probably was just like, "Oh, that's great news." That is thrilling.
Yeah. Me, I was excited.
Right. Here's the funny part, though. I've seen Halloween 2.
Yeah.
3, sadly. 4 and 5. Never saw the first one. Ever.
It's crazy.
4 and 5 are crazy good.
I did watch 2 first, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
First Halloween movie I saw was number 2, and it's when I was off for a week from high school because I had pink eye.
Oh.
And I was watching the Sci-Fi Channel or something.
Oh, no, A&E.
And Halloween, A&E?
A&E.
Halloween 2 was playing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, cool. I'll check it out. I guess I was around 16 or something. But yeah, Halloween 2, I watched that, and I was just like, I gotta watch the first. Like, now.
It was really good.
And I watched the first, and it's...
I actually watched the third one first.
Oh, really?
Which is total mindfuck. Because you know who Mike Myers is.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, it's a Halloween movie. Okay. And it's like Curse or Season of the Witch or something.
Yeah.
And within like 5 minutes, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. But there's no Michael Myers in this movie.
Yeah. It's kind of confusing.
And then when I finally finished the movie, I was like, could I have that 2 hours back? Because this was horrible.
You basically got to watch that movie pretending it's not connected at all to the
Well,
rest of them.
you find out later, like, you know, like I know now, like, he was like, John Carpenter was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
He wanted it to be like a
so let's do an
different
anthology
tale,
thing.
everyone. Yeah.
You know, but then after the third one,
Third one
like,
tanked.
what the fuck's wrong with you? Mike Myers!
Yeah.
Come on!
Mike Myers comes back.
And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll bring it back and make him supernatural.
And that's when Carpenter left the series.
Well, you can tell.
He wrote number 2. I don't know. I don't think he wrote number 3, but I'm pretty sure he produced and did the music for it.
Okay.
And then
but I mean, you can tell because, like in the first 2, there's no supernatural stuff. There's no. It's just this is a big dude that is hard to kill. Mm-hmm. That's it. But he's a human. And then it's in the 4th and the 5th that they start doing the same thing they did with Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, getting into the whole mythology behind it all. What is it, a cult?
Yeah.
Later on?
It's a cult.
Because, I mean, I've only seen 4 and 5 once. I'm not, like, I have them, but I'm not, I'm not huge on them.
It's a cult. That's the one where, like, because they're linked. Mm. They're directly linked.
The cult of Thorn?
Yeah. And that's where they start referring to Michael Myers as, like a force of nature. Like, he's pure evil.
Right.
Instead of being, like, a dude that's just fucked.
I mean, it's cool they brought Loomis back for the rest of them, even though he was burnt to a crisp in number 2.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
I mean, because I do like Donald Pleasant as Loomis in this. Like,
I actually don't like Loomis's character in this movie.
No?
No. Okay. I actually thought he was stupid in this entire movie.
This is
frustratingly stupid, actually.
Okay, explain.
He knows who he is.
Yes.
Right? So, he does... You know, I felt to me like he's just kind of dragging his feet on this. He knows who he is. He knows the history, right? So instead of going to the city, alerting the police, and I don't know, alerting the Strode family, he does none of these things until 3/4 of the movie's done, and then he's kind of like, oh yeah, hey cops.
Well, he never knew anything about the Strode family.
Why wouldn't he?
The whole brother-sister thing was introduced to the sequel.
Oh, okay. All right. Then that kind
of
throws me for a loop.
His explanation to the cop in this bracket is that, because Bracket wants to go to news stations, and he said, well, don't do that. It'll call it mass hysteria. It's Halloween night. People are going to see Michael everywhere. And you'll be going all over the place looking for him. Meanwhile, he's killing people and getting away with it.
I liked him better in the second one, I can tell you that much.
Yeah? Just
I liked him a lot better
in the hospital?
Yeah. I liked him a lot better in the second one. But for some reason I thought I must have just was like, because I know that they're related and stuff like that, so it's probably why I was like, this is so fucking stupid. How do you not notice? Yeah. You know? Although, anyway. Regardless, that part there was really the only thing I didn't like about this whole movie. Okay. That was it. I like him as an actor. I really do.
I thought, like, later on, I think, like, later on in the series, like, for Michael Myers, he gets a little nutty.
As you would.
Because,
I mean, like, if you got burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
After the guy that you thought you killed was smart enough to swap masks with another dude that also just kind of happened to have the same dimensions as him. Mm-hmm. You came back to life, shrugged off the burnt. You'd go a little nutty too, man.
You'd go a little nutty.
You'd go a little crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the only thing I didn't like. Everything else I loved. One of my favorite things about it was how horrifying this movie was shot.
Right?
Because
the cinematography's nuts.
Like, I remember when you talked on about Halloween on our second ever Camcast, third ever Camcast. Don't ever correct me.
That's why I did it
Don't
quietly.
Ever. It's still a correction.
People watching will see the correction, but people listening had no idea.
This is for him, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, you would take it. Anyway, so on the third one, and you talked about how like there's scenes where like people are just kind of like walking, and he just kind of like pops his head out type of thing, that kind of stuff. I was like, okay, well that's actually really interesting. And that sounds like one of those where you're just like, that's fucked. But they would do, like, Carpenter would do shots where, like, Laurie, in the middle of the day, this is where it gets horrifying. In the middle of the day, just walking down the street, and he's just there, and you just get an over-the-shoulder shot, and you see part of his, like, side of his head, and he's just staring.
And you get that breathing.
And she has no fucking clue. No. She has no fucking clue, and I was just like, oh my god, this is the part that's horrifying. Like, I wouldn't say that this is a horror flick, but this is definitely one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. Because, like, this is the kind of shit that could happen in real life. Mm-hmm. You could have a nutcase start stalking people and killing people just for no reason.
Yeah.
But even just that weird stalking thing he was doing, I was just like, oh, this is rough. And, like...
Standing in the sheets.
Standing in the sheets. Or, like, literally locating her at school, staring at her from across the fucking street, and then she's looking, and then he doesn't break, and then she looks away, then he's gone. I was like, for Christ's sakes, like, this is horrifying stuff.
And even the little boy, Tommy,
just,
like, at the school, just driving and watching him walk.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, he's walking along the fence, following him, then he gets in the car and just keeps driving.
Keeps pace with him,
gets
in the car, continues to keep
and
pace.
And the camera is, like, keeping up with all of this movement.
And the kid has no, like, the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, that's how fucking kids get kidnapped. Yeah. That's how it happens, because they're not watching, and this sick fuck is just in, like, he's zoned in. Mm-hmm. It's horrifying. I watched the entire movie, and I was like, I don't watch horror flicks as much as you do. Yeah. Okay? I'm not a horror aficionado as you are. I like scary movies. I'm not a big fan of gore, though.
I'm not a huge gore fan. I mean...
We're like...
it doesn't bug me with zombies. I'm used to gore in zombie movies.
It depends on the movie, for sure. Depends on the movie, for sure.
I can't watch cannibal movies.
I can't
Cannibalism and rape.
Rape is
I cannot stomach those.
I also don't like those torture porn movies.
Yeah.
They're not, I don't think they're scary. They're just gross.
They're just gross. Like
the Human Centipede. Yeah. I've never seen any of those movies. I will never watch any of those movies. Yeah. In fact, I will never watch anything from that director.
I watched the trilogy.
I know.
For some reason, I kept watching them after the first.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I am going to be the guy that when I die, I'm going to be the guy that's never watched Two Girls, One Cup, and I'm never going to watch anything that director has done.
Yeah.
Never.
He might have actually directed Two Girls, One Cup.
Judging from the content, does not surprise me.
Yeah. It's fucked.
Of course it's fucked.
It's
so fucked.
So fucked.
The premise is about a dude who sews mouths to asses.
Yeah.
And then calls him a human centipede.
Yeah. And when one of them has to shit, he goes, "Feed her."
Exactly.
And then it shows her.
Yeah.
Eating shit.
What the fuck, man? Here's me, an up-and-coming actor. I auditioned for this role.
Yeah.
And already I'm reading the script and I'm going like,
oh.
I don't know about this shit.
My mouth is on that person's ass.
I don't know about this shit. This is... But okay, my agent seems to think this will be a surefire hit. Then I'll meet the guy. Mm-hmm. There's no way that you meet this director and think, he's actually a really cool dude.
I mean, a lot of the biggest stars in Hollywood get their start in horror movies.
But here's the thing. None of those stars met this dude and was like, no, he's a real cool guy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I hung out with him, had a couple beers with him. We talked shop. Mm-hmm. He mentioned his Human Centipede movie. It's totally fucked up. Yep. Didn't see that coming. Other than that part, he's a normal dude. No, he's a fucking weirdo. I will hang my hat on that. He is a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, well, he wrote that.
Directed it. Mm-hmm. And then went, we need to make a sequel, and it needs to be bigger.
Yes.
Then we need to make a third movie, and it needs to be even bigger. Put a bullet in that guy's head. Oh, wait. Hold on. I don't think so.
No.
I don't know if he's a horrible person. He's just fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a fucked up imagination, and he decided to share it with the world.
The worst part is you get the two types of people. There's the people that have seen it like you.
Yeah.
That are like, honestly, don't even know why I kept watching. Or you get the other people that are like, oh, you didn't like that movie? Couldn't handle it?
Yeah.
Couldn't handle it?
Who's weirder, him or the fan base?
Fan base is just as... the ones, they're probably weirder. Because they're literally like nose turners. Like, couldn't handle it?
I've always wanted to show someone's mouth through an ass.
Yeah, it's like,
this
what
is amazing.
It's not that I couldn't handle it. It's horrifyingly disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there's certain things that your brain should never see.
That's like Terrifier. Have you heard Terrifier?
Yes, I have.
Art the Clown?
I have. I have not even seen it, though, because I was like, I don't think I'm going to... I watched a clip and I was like, no thanks.
Fucked up.
I was like, no thanks.
Fucked up. I know a lot of people love him because he's a new horror icon, and those are kind of rare these days, a new horror icon.
True, but...
But it goes too far. It goes so into the extreme in the movie that I was actually nauseous.
Ooh, yeah, see, I don't like that. That's the thing I don't like. So anyway, getting back to Halloween.
Halloween doesn't make me nauseous.
No, but like, for me to be like this the entire time, I was like, holy crap. And then like, the worst part is because like, once you get to a certain point, like once he starts ramping it, now he's killing people, then there's really no release because it's like, we've already established that no matter, like, regardless of the fact that the guy's like 7 feet tall, and like big, the guy can fucking move. Yeah. He can hide, you know. So it's like, where is he? Where is he? That was the worst part of this whole movie. Was like, where is he? You know, and then the part where the kid sees him bringing the body into the house, I was like, holy fuck, that's crazy. Yeah. You know. And then when we get to the final scene when Laurie's just like, she goes over there to figure out, like, she wants to talk to her friend or whatever. It's like, what the fuck's going on type of thing. And then finds him. Mm-hmm. I was like, Jesus Christ. But then...
And who's it? Like, Annie's in the bed with the Judith Myers tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what the
And that was cool, too. Like, he stalks her for, 20 minutes around that house? And then kills her in the car? He could grab her anywhere.
Anywhere.
When she was doing her laundry, like...
The whole time I was watching it, I was just like at first I was like, why the fuck would he toy with him this much? And then I was like, because it's part of what gets him off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of him just being like, yeah, like, fucking rights.
Like, she tries the car door and it's locked, so she goes in and gets the keys, comes back, and now it's open, and you're just like, oh. It's all fogged up. Like, I love this movie. I love the way it's shot. I love how the kills are believable without going into, like, gruesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when he kills Bob, like just and then stabs him and then lets go and just looks at him, and then you get that side shot, Bob just hanging there with a knife in his chest.
Oh,
like, oh,
yeah,
oh,
that was rough. They were actually like, I gotta say, like, that's probably the thing that kills me with these movies is when they go too gore with these kills, right? Yeah. These, like, again, this is why it's so horrifying. Felt real. It felt like this is the kind of thing where, like, you could read about this, or, hear about it on a podcast, and then you're like, he held them and just let them stay on the blade? Like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy, right? Yeah. Oh, God. Like, even just talking about it, I still got chills with this, because...
It took me, like, I love Halloween.
The music!
Oh, that John Carpenter score.
Good God!
That's his best score. Like, Escape from L.A., Big Trouble in China. He's done some great scores, but this is just so iconic.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good that, like I said, never watched that movie all the way through, but I can hear that music and I'm just like, oh God, this is not going to be good. The bits with the breathing parts, like everything where he's just kind of standing and watching, or around a tree and shit, you're just like, this is the creepiest fucking thing ever. Like, it's so... It reminded me when I first watched First Blood, Rambo. Yeah. And they do that side-scrolling shot of the troopers looking for him, and then you get bits of Rambo just kind of popping up, or they're panning past a tree and there he is, and you're just like, that's really cool to show it from that perspective. Yeah. But in this context, you're like, this is horrifying. This is absolutely horrifying because nobody knows he's around at all. And there he is, just standing around, basically saying, I could kill you at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Literally any time. You have no fucking idea. I'm going to toy with you, though, because it gives me an erection. I'm going to fucking kill you.
It's just...
it's actually kind of disappointing that they... I mean, obviously, you have to go the supernatural route at some point for this series to continue.
Yeah, well... Yeah, obviously, but... And I think that's why I love the first two so much.
That's what I'm saying, like, it's disappointing.
Even like H2O, I really loved it, H2O. I did, though.
I know.
For years,
I know.
For years, I would watch 1, 2, H2O.
I know, you really love
Resurrection was garbage, though. I would not watch Resurrection. They killed Laurie, like, right off the bat.
Okay, but, like, H2O is also garbage.
Yeah, you know what?
You can love it.
It's got that dimension. Like, do you remember those movies, those dementia horror movies from that time?
Yeah,
frame?
no, I know.
Like they all kind of felt the same.
Yeah, no, I know, because
like
we all watch Scream and love Scream. I can't wait to do fucking Scream. That'd be great.
Ooh, we should do that next Halloween. All 4 Screams.
Yeah, because I've never even watched the 4th one.
Yeah, let's do all 4 Screams.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Next Halloween.
Because I loved the first 3. I actually loved all of them, except for the 4th because I never watched it.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure.
I love them all.
But I think part of it is that Wes Craven is an actual director.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows what he's doing. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Friday the 13th. I think that did he do anything after that?
I don't think he did.
No. Nothing is inspired in that movie. Well,
Who directed Victor Miller? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll get to that because we're coming up next. But
Sean S. Cunningham.
Yeah,
I don't know if he did.
I meant to look into it, but then I was like, I don't care enough to because nothing I saw. Like in this, so in Halloween, 1978, John Carpenter, you can see that this guy has a clear eye of how he wants to present this movie. Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
You can see Wes Craven in A Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. You can see it in
Tom Holland.
Time Machine. In Child's Play, you can see that these guys are directors who have a clear vision. They know what they want to get out of the story. They know how they want to present it. That guy, I feel like he was just like, what is everyone else doing?
I do think Friday had the lowest budget, though. I think Halloween had the lowest budget.
Halloween definitely had the lowest budget.
Actually, you know what? Halloween definitely had the lowest budget.
There's no way it didn't.
Without that...
I mean, not that I'm saying, like, Friday the 13th had a clearly huge budget in comparison.
No, but Paramount released it. So I'm sure Paramount was throwing some money at it. Like, each of these 3 have a big distributor behind them. Whereas Halloween was indie from the start. And then Universal picked it up for number 2.
That's probably why because Michelle doesn't watch horror movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she actually watched the first 2 minutes of Halloween. And she literally, like, they went to the house and she went, that's fucking creepy. And I was like, yeah, that is pretty creepy. And then as soon as it started to move, and she's just like, yeah, no. We're talking about it today. We're talking about it today, and because I was like, because I actually jammed the last 2 movies in today. I put Friday the 13th in today, and I put in A Nightmare on Elm Street just before I came over.
Oh, okay.
Just before supper, right? And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, of the 4 of these movies, Halloween is the closest one that I can say that you could probably sit through because while it's not like your standard horror flick, it's a horrifyingly realistic stalker movie. And she's like, no. Which I get because my wife's the first person that ever said it like this. She's like, I just don't understand people that like horror. And I was like, okay. Like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I just don't get why anybody would put themselves in that horrifyingly scared state of mind. I mean, that's a fight or flight response, and you're basically telling your body, we're gonna fucking scare the shit out of her. She didn't say that part, but that's essentially what she's saying. And I was like, yeah, that's actually right. It is weird that we're like, no, I want to take 2 hours of my day and just fuck my nerves up. Just totally fuck my nerves up for 2 hours, maybe 4, depending on how bad this movie messes me up. Like House of a Thousand Corpses, that fucked me right up. I'd never watch it all the way through.
That was a fucked up movie.
And I never will watch it all the way through.
But the sequel's a masterpiece.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Devil's Rejects is
it's so
good. In fact, it's probably the only Rob Zombie movie I can say I love.
I agree. I absolutely love Devil's Rejects so much that I tried to watch House of a Thousand Corpses again, and I was like, nope, can't do it.
No.
Nope.
It's amazing the two are connected because there's two totally different movies.
But again, I think we were talking about this in our previous Camcast, where it was just like the first one, nobody. It was just here's money, you're Rob Zombie, make a movie, and then when they made the movie, then the studios were like, yeah, you can make a sequel, but it can't be like that. We'll give you a lot more money. You'll get a way higher budget.
Mm-hmm.
But if it looks anything like this fucking horrifying piece of shit, can't make the movie. You can use the same characters. That's fine. You can use the same characters. It can even be a little gory, but nothing like this.
It's a little gory.
That's what I mean.
It's still creepy at times.
It's super creepy.
But
that's where I think it wins.
House was disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it goes on a different level. And that's probably the reason why, he's on my shirt. I've never been a Texas Chainsaw fan because I don't find the movies scary. I find them disturbing.
Yeah, that's right. I have tried to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but like the original one from the 70s. I tried to watch that one. Couldn't do it. Because, Plus, I have a hard time with Texas Chainsaw Massacre because elements are based on true events.
Yeah.
That Ed Skeen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like that shit is kind of fucked up. Like the whole the tables, the tables and like lampshades made out of like human skin and stuff like that. That's gross.
That's gross.
But it's also gross that happened in real life. And that they're a house of cannibals and stuff like that. Like I was just like, fuck, this is gross. I never bothered with House of The Hills Have Eyes.
Yep.
Because when I watched a chunk of that remake, I missed the first horrifyingly graphic rape scene, so I missed that part. Yep. I just saw the brutal kills later, and I was like, "This is fucking gross."
I love the end of that movie
when he psychs up,
but I can't do.
He goes Super Saiyan.
Yep.
I was like, "Holy shit!"
That was awesome, but the rape part. I don't like rape in movies.
I don't like
it's such a disgusting act. And even just violence towards little kids. I don't like seeing that in movies. I don't like seeing violence towards animals in movies.
No, me neither.
Usually, that's why I hate when I see an animal in a horror movie because I was like, well, dog or cat's there to die.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully they don't show it.
Yeah.
But they usually do.
They usually do. In fact, the dog death in this movie was the trainer wearing Michael's thing and just holding the dog and just letting the dog drop his legs. He was just hugging him and he dropped his legs, and then John Carpenter shot in slow mo to make it look like the dog was dying.
Oh wow! Because that fucking freaked.
It's not like Friday the 13th where they actually cut up a snake with it.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they actually killed a snake.
So yes, now I have a new favorites to my horror list. It is Halloween because, I was halfway through that movie, and it was right at the end where I went, "That's a masterclass.
Yeah,
that's a masterclass of shooting. That's a masterclass of music.
Oh, the man, that
atmosphere, even acting. Mm-hmm. Okay, horror movies aren't known for great acting.
No.
Yeah, okay, we got Jamie Lee Curtis, and yes, she's one of the best actresses. She's a fantastic actress, but everyone was good in this movie.
Yeah.
Even Loomis, even though I didn't like his character, he was still really good in it.
Yeah.
It was just one of those where I was like, this seems kind of dumb. Although in retrospect, I guess I should have realized that they had to reference the familiar connection. Because that's another thing too. Because like I said, I watched the second one and they talk about it, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I already knew it because of Wikipedia and all that other shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. You watch all the other three, and all three of these have actors in them where I'm just like, ugh. So it's amazing that I can watch Halloween all the way through because I saved this for last because it's my favorite. I've watched it enough where I was like, if I can't fit it in, then I have it memorized.
Yeah, exactly. No, which I understand.
But I did. I got to watch it last night, and I was just like, it's amazing that Carpenter made this movie with not a lot of money, and he actually got actors that were believable enough. I've shot a movie, and I can say that it's hard to find decent actors.
Yeah, who are willing to do it for no money.
Especially when they don't have experience, to pull off a performance when you also have no experience.
Exactly. Oh, The only thing that I thought was kind of funny was Jamie Lee Curtis looked older than everyone else in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only part. And I kind of chuckled to myself. I was like, okay, all right. But
I wonder if she actually was.
I think she was the same age. I think she was like 19
more
when she
mature,
did the movie. She just
Yeah.
always had that look.
Yeah.
Like she always looked like she was in her like smoking hot mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
She still looks incredible.
Oh God, yeah.
Ridiculous.
She got in such good shape for that Halloween movie last year, and now they're doing 2 more back to back. Oh yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the rest of the Halloweens and just watch the last one that came out.
The last one ignores number 2 though.
Oh.
So
interesting.
This one, her bumping into Michael, is the first time she's seen him since the end of the very first movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it kind of works because, I mean, Halloween 2 was the next day, so technically November 1st.
Right.
Not technically, I mean, it is November 1st.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
We'll ignore that.
Whatever.
We're not going to call it November 1st.
Yeah, I know. Halloween 2, November 1st. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You could have called it Night After Halloween.
You could have.
Yeah.
That's still stupid.
Still stupid.
I mean, I understand why. I
to
know why
play,
they don't reference
to play.
it.
Yeah, whatever. Halloween 2.
It's interesting that they cut out the second one completely.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I'm all for, like, even 4th and 5th I thought were really good in comparison to what follows after that.
Yeah.
Like H2O, for instance, which is garbage. I know you love it, and that's okay.
H2O is a lot better than the 3 that came before it, I think. My opinion.
What were the 3 that came before it?
4, 5, and Curse of Michael Myers. Not even Paul Rudd being in Curse of Michael Myers could save it.
Yeah,
so
I never even
bad.
watched Curse of Michael Myers.
It's so bad.
Never watched Curse of Michael Myers. I don't think H2O is better than 4 and 5, though. Isn't H2O the one with Busta Rhymes?
No, that's Resurrection.
Oh!
Where they're doing the reality show in his house.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the pile of garbage I'm talking about.
Okay, that's...
H2O was Jamie Lee Curtis returning for the first time, Josh Hartnett, Ella Cool J.
Yeah, okay, alright. No. Whenever I'm referencing a shitty Halloween, it's the one with Busta Rhymes.
Resurrection. That's the worst of the worst right there.
That one's so fucking bad.
That killed the franchise until Rob Zombie decided to kill the franchise again.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm bringing the franchise back. Just kidding!
Yeah. That was my problem with the remake. I watched the remake in the theater because I was excited Halloween was coming back. You know, I was like, Robert Zombie, it was disturbing.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Yeah. The problem with it is they spent like a good hour of just young Michael Myers. Like a whole setup. And he's like living in this trailer park life with all these like lower class.
But wait, hold on. That doesn't make any sense though. Like, because it's a remake. That's right. It's a remake. Because I mean, if they were gonna just based off the first movie, he lived in a fucking nice house.
Yeah.
He had a nice upbringing he was just fucking crazy. That's all.
And that's the perfect thing about the original is that he was just this normal kid and this nice upbringing.
Not that he was normal. He was just fucking crazy.
He went evil.
He just was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, that's what makes it so horrifying. Because the rest of these movies, Friday the 13th has got the level of realism in that sense, but especially the last 2, where you're like, this can't happen in real life.
Oh, the last 2 are just like complete fantasy. I actually haven't watched Child's Play in a long time, so when I watched it, I was like, forgot about all this weird voodoo shit.
That's one of the things I really like this movie, Child's Play. I really like it. It's really good. There's only one particular scene in the whole movie where I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. I don't like that. That's it. Everything else, I'm like, this is great. But, okay, so I'm done with Halloween.
I just gotta say one more thing.
Yes.
You know how we talk about the style of Halloween?
Yes.
What I love in the movie is that you only hear the breathing when Michael's around.
Yes.
But the very end, where Loomis looks over and Michael's gone, and then they start showing like shots of the street, shots of the room.
Yes.
And his breathing is throughout all of it because he can be anywhere.
That ending was terrible in that sense. I didn't want to reference that.
He can be
I was
anywhere.
like, oh god, I hate this ending so much.
And that's like, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Look at that, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I get a chill.
I know. I get a chill. Like, I was watching him last night, and I was just like, oh god, what a nice touch by having the breathing over
I will actually say it's a horrifyingly nice touch.
It's a horrifying touch.
It's one of those, like...
It's like he's gone, and now we have no idea where he is.
Mm-hmm.
He can be in your closet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could be walking down the street, and then all of a sudden you just be like...
around the shrub.
Oh, hey, Lori.
Yeah, hey, I'm still around. See you tonight.
And then you'll, like, run around to the shrub, and it's like, not there anymore.
Not there.
Where am I?
Yeah.
Got a brand new Kirk mask. It's the other one you ripped off my face.
Okay, so Halloween's now one of your favorite movies.
One of my favorite horror movies.
I'm glad you finally got to watch it all the way through.
So am I, actually. It was one of those where, like, you get to a certain point, especially because I watch a shit ton of movies. Like, we watch movies. I watch
Too
movies.
many.
I rewatch movies like crazy. I had a conversation with a girl from work, Kayla Walsh, and she's like, I rewatch movies all the time.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend hates it. Because she's like, you just watched this. And I'm like, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, Michelle's like, I don't know how you can do this. Yeah. I don't want to watch Batman Begins.
Adrian will be like, didn't we just watch this 2 years ago? Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
2 years ago. That's a long fucking time.
It could even be 3 weeks for me. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I'll watch the porn.
I don't know how long I'm going to live. I want to watch this movie more often.
Yeah. I don't want to die knowing that I didn't get to watch The Bourne Identity again. For Christ's sakes. This one bumped every single one of them.
Halloween?
This one, Halloween, bumped Nightmare on Elm Street. Because originally coming in, I was going to literally sit there and say, look, if we're going to rank this right now, I'm ranking this here, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Halloween. Actually, I probably would have said Friday the 13th and then Halloween. Yeah. Now, I'm looking at it, it's like, it's Halloween, it's Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, then it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Whereas me, it's right there.
Yeah.
Halloween, Friday, Nightmare, Child's. I forgot to mention something in Halloween. How cool is it that in Halloween, they shoot that scene where Jamie and Tommy are watching the movie, and it's the Thing from Another World. And 3 years later, Carpenter does a remake for the Thing.
I actually was like, that's
talk about looking into the future.
That's pretty fucking sweet. That's another movie I gotta watch again.
The Thing?
Oh yeah.
You know what? Thing is another masterpiece. Like, if Halloween never existed, that would be John Carpenter's best movie. The Thing. It's so good.
Fucking good.
It's so good. I just wanted John Carpenter to make one more movie with Kurt Russell and Jamie Lee Curtis, since those were his two go-tos. But they never actually were in the same movie together.
That would be really cool.
I would like to see his I'm leaving movies behind. I'm doing this movie with these two. That would be cool.
That would be really cool. Halloween was so phenomenally well done. Mm-hmm. It's so well done that I'm like, I say that I will rewatch it. It's gonna be a little while though, because it's like I gotta like reset my chakras.
It's not a movie that I watch every year, and I just so happen to watch it 2 years in a row. Because I watched it last year before the 2018 one came out.
Which makes sense.
I wanted to watch them back to back. This year I watched it again because we were going to talk about it. But usually I watch it every, 3-4 years.
Well, I think it's because, like I was saying, like it is definitely one where it's like, okay. Because it starts off, like I said, like with you in that first-person view, which is horrifying. I don't ever want to have that happen again. I don't want to be in a first-person view where I'm killing somebody, unless they're a bad guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like even that like in Doom, when at the end sequence in Doom,
yeah.
that was cool because it was a sequence of Doom. But this, you're just like, like once I realized what I was about to do, I was like, oh god, I don't even want to watch this, but I had to.
And the way they shot it too, where they're like looking at her, and then he looks up at the knife.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look what I'm doing.
Exactly. Like he's so detached. He's just like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, god. So yeah. So I think the next time we do this, we'll have to do it where they're all kind of on the same level, where not one is a standout. Because, like, I mean, Halloween was so good that it bumped A Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Nightmare on Elm Street is a fucking classic. And that's a masterclass in a horror movie, but that doesn't hold a candle to Halloween. All right.
Okay, so that's Halloween, my favorite horror movie of all time.
Okay.